Oh, what's going down, commanders? I hope everyone's doing fine today. Right, a lot of people have been asking me this question. I really haven't got a clue, if honest, guys, mates, whatever I was trying to say there. There is certain things I'm going for. I'm going to 16% more damage to vehicles because I'm fighting vehicles basically in this event. There isn't many. I don't think there's any infantry, so I'm taking the vehicles over. Basically, this goes up to 25% more damage to vehicles. I may have got it wrong. I'm only playing off the event that I'm playing right now as to what I'm upgrading. So this is the one I'm upgrading to start with, outsource production. Now, let's have a look at what this one does at max level. Adds a 3-second slow on hit, increased damage dealt to slowed units by 10%. Yeah, I still think the other one's better. A 25% increase to vehicles. The only time this becomes relevant is probably if we was doing tomb battles with them, and you wanna slow you've got a bunch of these built, and you're fighting against a lot of infantry, i.e. Enshins and the gladiators. This would probably come in a little bit better than the 25% to vehicles. But if you're going into a PvP battle on the map, for instance, and the vehicles is the harder hitting unit. So, for instance, the not the Gravedigger, Demi Demon, you want to knock the Proteus out because that comes under a vehicle. Then this one's probably better again. So to get your unit into the battle to kill them, you'd probably want this attached to kill the big units. As I say, the Demi Demon and the things like that Proteus, if you can target that. But this is why I've gone with this one. This one's a bit of a strange one because both of them are probably about the same, the exact same thing. They do the exact same thing, it's just in a different way. So the first one is a 15% chance to evade damage, to evade all damage, but you've still got an 85% chance of being hit. Now, if you knew the statistics on a race, for instance, a foot race, say a horse race, and you knew that there was an 85% chance that your horse was going to lose, would you still place that bet? I don't think you would. So I'm going to probably take this one over the 15% chance, personally. This is only my opinion, guys. You can have your own opinions. It doesn't matter. Because I don't think either one of these two are going to make that much difference. They're going to do about the same thing. Nothing different here is in play. This is a 20% reduced damage taken. This is from all sources by the looks of it, because it doesn't say against ground, air, infantry, turrets, etc., etc. This is 20% off of everything. So I think the bigger number in this case, although you're getting hit for 80%, it's still quite a chunk off. What I'm going to tell you here, I don't think these two are going to make an iota of difference which one you pick. But I personally, I'm picking this one. And I may be wrong. It may be the case that the other one's bugged or is broken or whatever it is. But for me, I'm going to take this one over the 15% chance to evade. Because there's just such a small percent, in my opinion. It needed to be sort of to mirror this one. For this to mirror that one, it needed to be a 25% chance to evade. 15%, is it 15% at max level? Yeah, 15% just isn't enough for me to make me change over from this one. So this will be the second one I upgrade, maximized efficiency over maximized performance. I'm not quite understanding what this gold tech actually adds, because if you hit a ground unit next to a floating turret or a flying unit, the actual splash does splash up and give it some damage. The only good thing about this is these will hit the Wassity unit, the flying unit. It kind of, these tech, I feel that the bronze and silver techs are better thought out than the gold, personally. Gold, for me, gold tech has to do something real good, but I've got them all, as you can see, 18 of 24 even. So I'm almost there with it. But yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to go. So I'll read through that again. I'm going to go for this one. Outsourced production is what I'm going to go for. And on the bronze tech, it'd be this one. Maximised efficiency. but this one isn't to be sniffed at either at max level, or 3 second slow, and deals 10% more damage to slowed units. But you've got to keep hammering in them slowed units. I'm going to take these into a base now. I think I might have to coin them or use a logistic. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to use a logistic. Oh, shit, I ain't got no more corpus ones. All right, I'll coin them. And I'm going to bring... I have been messing about with these. And I'm going to bring a... I'm going to bring the what's it with me, the Proteus, just to make them a little bit more interesting. What I'll do is I use a couple without the Proteus, see how well they do if they get smashed. Then I'll put the Proteus in and see if they do any better. I'm not keen on the hero at all, guys. The hero to me is absolute fucking dog shit. There is no place for that in the game, the way it works right now. And until Kixeye listen and change that unit, I can't see him earning much coin out of it. Right, so I'm going to roll my hands up. I've been playing about with these off stream or off video, and I think they there's a place for them, and I can see a use, but what I can't see is these ain't going to be viable for very long. So I'm going to put 2 of these in. I'm just going to leave them on Ruby, and you'll see that they get hammered. Let's select them and target what I want to target. So I'm going to go for the anti-air crap. It seems to just not... Even if you want it to target something, you're not really targeting what you want to target. It's targeting what as it flies over stuff. So it really doesn't matter. You just have to click somewhere, and they sort of fly over things and start shooting. They actually shoot better without the Proteus, and I think this is a Kixeye thing that they're trying to come up with to make the Proteus no longer valid in the game as such. So I'm going to put the Proteus in now, and I'm going to put them on defend, and then what I'll do is I'll just add all 6 of these and see how it goes. They don't seem to fire as much when they fly through the Proteus's aura. So the shots are sort of like a lot slower. As you can see, it's kind of hitting one thing at a time, not maximising the damage. But what I have noticed with this, which is pretty cool, is I can use them as a meat shield. If you've got a low level Malachi, that's your meat shield. So I'm going to go straight up for here. Boom on that. And then my Malachi's in the base sort of thing, and I haven't got to panic too much. Looks like my shock op ran out there as well. Well, I'm going to go for him in a second. Let things catch up and go for that. So I'm kind of using him as a meat shield. As you see, the turrets are shooting the planes. So you kind of, it works sort of thing. Not great. I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's perfect, because it's not. But I'm confusing the units. I'm confusing the turrets. And this is my only problem here, is these guys. But it's working. So there is a use for them, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's ideal, because it's not. And I'm not going to sit here for 20 minutes waiting for these planes to fucking kill everything. But it works. It's kind of gives me a bit of a cover for me Malachi to get in there and start killing these bases. So if you can get a couple of these built, you might want to go for the armor up, or the as your first tech to upgrade, because you want them to survive longer in the battle. So you probably want to go with a bronze tech. But as you can see, they've been hammered. Now 49, but don't forget I'll put 2 of them in without the Prometheus. Proteus. So they do work if you use them in conjunction with other units. They kind of work out all right. But I'm not a fan. Their damage is so low. It's unbelievably low. So yeah, so that's a minute on him. But as a meat shield, they work out fine. They might even come in handy in a base if you can get them into the base. Then send you a couple of ogres, or sorry, orgs. Too early in the morning for me here, guys. The orgs in behind them with the hero. I forget what it's called. Harkon. I think you'll be able to get to the CC. Fingers crossed. It may turn out that you won't, but it might work out all right. So these are only level 8, by the way, guys. So yeah, they're not up there in level. Other than that, guys, hopefully I've given you some food for thought. If you've got constructive criticism, I can take it on the chin. We can have a discussion about it. So always leave a comment below, and we can discuss it further. What you think's better, and maybe I'm wrong. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.